Hello, and we're back with Laugh Horse. I'm back with Sampson McCormick, an openly gay comedic activist. How is it being a gay comedian in Washington D.C.? Is that something you find difficult?
Uh, I don't know. It's interesting because DC is the center of politics. Like we're the capital of politics. So I often find people when they find out that I am gay. Some people have a really good gaydar, so they know I'm gay when they see me, and other ones they clutch their purses till I open my mouth, and they're like, "Oh, he's gay, he's black, he's friendly." Okay, fashion advice, please. But it's really interesting because anything that goes down, people always want me to talk about it. And I'm like, well, I don't like, I mean, I know I'm gay, but I don't like to be gay all the time. I need like a gay break sometimes. So it's just like I talk about some of everything. But I do think it's important to address issues. And um, the fact that I can make people laugh while I do it is really, really fun. I like that part, that I can do it, make people laugh, talk about really serious things. It's really touching. It's humbling, actually, in a lot of different ways. So. I could go on and on.
Well, go on and on. That's fine.
You don't
But
want me to go on.
I don't
and
want
on.
you to go on and on. But let's just give it a little bit more structured. First time I saw you on stage, I think it was at Tacoma Station.
Oh God. Oh.
Tacoma
Yeah,
Station, because
yes,
I had
I
just
remember
moved
Tacoma
down here
Station.
from. You're one of the few. Actually, everybody who's in this room, except for like one, is somebody I'd seen when I'd first come down here and seen doing open mics and such.
Right.
So when I first saw you on stage, your act was kind of like you started off doing jokes as a straight person, and then you kind of no, I'm just saying that's what it seemed, and then you just kind of like broke in, like you were letting people in on it, like in on the secret
Let
kind
them in
of.
on the secret. It's not a
Exactly.
secret.
Was it? No, I'm just saying, but it just I mean, you dressed more. I mean, you dressed differently
Well,
than
this
you do
for
now.
a gay person, this is very straight right here. Like really, if I go out to the drag show tonight, I get ready for it. This is not cute. Like I really need to have a shirt on and like a button-up shirt and like a bow tie or something like that.
No, but I'm
like
just
I
saying.
didn't inherit the fashion trait.
No, I'm just saying you were kind of dressed differently at the time, and so therefore, and then at like pretty close to the middle of your set, you just kind of sort of like let everybody in on it, kind of. That's what it seemed like to me.
I don't know. I guess that's one of my methods. Is just like I talk to people, and then that way you can kind of get them calmed down because I don't want to come out there and have somebody go, "You fag," because I let people know even though I am gay, I will whoop that ass, then I get the game twisted.
All right.
So
all right.
I'm gangster, gay
I-
gangster. There we go. I like that.
I hear you, I hear you. What was I gonna say? What was it like growing up? What was it like for you in school as a kid? Because I basically asked some of the same questions to all the comedians who come out. But.
I was very, I was trying to. Okay.
All right, so answer the question. What was it like growing up in school?
Growing up in school was fun. I was always really popular, except for for some reason, when I got in sixth grade, I was not popular. They hated me, but I've always been the one, like, I've always kept things going. I'm very open-minded, so I hung with everybody. I'm very straightforward, so people always know I'm the one that come get to the meat and potatoes and stuff. Like, I ask the personal questions. How many people have you slept with? Have you caught anything? Like, some of my friends have dated some really, really questionable people, so I've always been the person to break the ice. And people always like, people who keep things going. So, and I love everybody. Like, even though I do get into it, I like confrontation, but at the same time, I'm a very loving person. Like, I love everybody.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Let me ask you this question. When you first started getting into comedy, how did you broach that issue when you first got into comedy? Was it something you came right out with?
You mean?
I'm talking about when you first started doing it. When you first got up on stage, was it like bam?
Did I come out gay?
Yeah.
No, because I've been doing it now for 8 years.
Yeah.
I started like in 2002. And I only played black rooms. Like I only did like Teddy's House of Comedy, Tacoma Station. And so it's like, I only thought that like you had to stand up on stage, be loud and ignorant, talk about how many cockroaches you kill, talk about how white people get on your nerves, talk about having bad credit. I thought that was comedy. And so they closed those 2 clubs down. So I stopped. I was like, okay. So so I stopped doing comedy for like 6 months, and I was like, comedy is an everybody thing. And so So I started doing shows like at other places. I started at Soho down at DuPont Circle, and I was scared because I just didn't want to put the two together. Like I've always been gay. I would leave stage and go home with my boyfriend or whatever. But it's just I didn't think people needed to know about it. So when we finally went to Soho down at DuPont Circle, I would get scared and I would kind of like go down there and like wear hoods on stage and stuff because I thought somebody was gonna be like, "You was in the fireplace last night, weren't you?" So I would be really paranoid. Then over the course of time, like I got tired of hearing the fag jokes and all those type of things. And I was like, this is not cool. Like you would hear stereotypes, and of course I don't fit a stereotype. Like I really don't. People think that you're good at fashion designing and dressing people. Like you leave it up to me, jeans and t-shirt. Like so, and also being able to address more serious issues. So it gave me a lot of advantages because I can be more open now. So I can talk about boyfriends, my opinions on men, a lot of different things.
Okay,
So I can go. It expands my view and my comedy in a lot of ways.
All right, let me ask you this question. Who do you emulate, if any, like comedian that's out there now, as far as somebody you think is funny that you kind of, or is it just, are you totally unique, original, or is there somebody out there now, Joan Rivers or Eddie Murphy or somebody that you
Why you say Joan Rivers? Because I'm gay?
No,
Okay.
Joan Rivers not gay.
Now. No, the gays love Joan Rivers, and she loves the gays. Kathy Griffin, oh my God.
Oh yeah, well, like Kathy Griffin, Joan Rivers, or is it just like
Phyllis Diller? I love
or
Phyllis
it's like
Diller too.
Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle.
I'm not comparable to any of them. No, I love Eddie Murphy, and especially that purple thing he had on Raw. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Who else? And Dave Chappelle, all of them, but I'm not comparable because I don't think that you have to stand up and MF this and this and that. But I have been compared to Whoopi Goldberg a lot.
Is that just looks, or is that?
Whoopi's a very beautiful lady. Don't play with her. But no, not looks, comedy-wise. And so she's definitely somebody I admire. But I admire the pioneers like Moms Mabley. And for some reason, I've always empathized with female comedians. So I don't know. Growing up, I empathize with everything. I kind of what's the word? I'm having a freeze. Shoot. When you look at something, and I've been to school, all right, I've been to college. I don't use the word that much. Relate to.
Okay,
so simple.
Okay. Well, usually the simple ones are the hardest ones. Yeah.
So I've always been able to relate to female things, and so. It was just simple things like Patti LaBelle inspires me. Angela Bassett, oh my God, Angela, I love you. I want to be Angela. I am Angela Bassett. So those type of people inspire me too, even outside because I address and I tackle a lot of different issues.
Okay.
In the ring, which is what I call a stage, and in the other ring, political wise, in the church, and in the black community, like it's a lot of different issues that we face. As African Americans, as African American gay and lesbian people, I mean, people in general face a lot of things, so I can address that stuff in comedy.
So basically, you're saying you use your environment. Is it something that you grew up with? Is it something that you've taken from your childhood to now that you bring into your comedy? Like growing up, is there a lot of things that when you grew up that you brought into your comedy?
When I was younger, I was real silly. I mean, I didn't take nothing seriously. I just thought everything was a joke. So it's happened as I've gotten older. And so I'm still funny, but more of a serious funny now. But like when I'm hanging out with my friends drinking, it's hilarious, it's outrageous. But as I've gotten older, I've seen the discrimination, I've experienced it. I've seen a lot of fights that people have amongst each other. A lot of the division that exists between people because of their religious belief, their sexual orientation. And so I've been able to kind of understand and address those things. So that's what I want to do, is make people comfortable. Sometimes an exercise that I do, like the shows that I headline, I'll pick people out of the room and I'll be like, all right, who here is gay, who here is straight? And then I start a conversation between them in the room and hope that nothing breaks out, or I'll pick like a white lady and a black man or something and have them talk. So a lot of different exercises that I do.
All right, Sampson, thanks. Thanks for coming, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you came. When we come back, we're gonna hear a little bit from Sampson, a little bit from his act, and I hope you enjoy it.